He's an undergraduate student studying marine environmental science at Elizabeth City State University. So welcome, Andre.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andre Price. I am a senior at Elizabeth City State University, and my major is marine environmental science, as Jermaine just said, and I'm just starting to pick up a minor in GIS, so I'm just taking my introductory courses right now. So I'm hoping that will be a good decision, you know. A little bit about me. I'm from a very small town called Windfall, North Carolina. That little county in red, that's my county, is Perquimans County. And you can see how the county kind of forks, like right up in the crease of the fork. That's where I live. And my town consists of about like 500 people. So it's an extremely small town. I don't have the internet like where I live, and I don't have a smartphone or anything like that. So a lot of people are like, how do you get by? But I'm used to it. So my prospective graduation date is sometime in 2014. Not sure if it's going to be the winter or the spring. Just depends on what I do in between now and then. So that's a picture of. It's actually the town next to where I live, because there aren't really any like defining landmarks where I live. But this is the town over. It's called Hereford. That picture to your left is the downtown part of Hereford, and that's literally about the extent of downtown Hereford. And that bridge beside that on the right, that's what we call an S bridge, and it's kind of unique because it doesn't, when it like lifts to let boats through, it doesn't go vertically, it just turns horizontally, to let the boats go past. So I guess it's not too many of those bridges left that people ride on every day. So, but my academic interests, I like music. I've been playing the drums since I was in like 7th grade, so it's just a passion. Literature, I like to read, but I don't like to read everything. I just kind of like to read, the good stuff that I like. GIS, or remote sensing, I figured it would be a tool that, it's a helpful tool, whether you want to do something environmental related. So I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping that'll work out for me. Environmental science and marine science. Thinking I may want to do something in conservation, or I'm not really sure yet, so I'm glad I still have a little bit extra time before I graduate to kind of feel things out and see what I want to do. My research experiences: this last spring I was involved in the partnership education program in Woods Hole, Massachusetts, and my research was tracking helical patterns and dive responses in competent oyster larvae. We were trying to decide why oyster larvae behave in the way that they do, because they do have the ability to swim while they're in the water column, because while they're larvae, they're in the water column, and we're trying to figure out when they settle, is it because of the turbulence in the water, or is it because they found a nice place to stay? So this semester I just started doing a research project with my advisor, Dr. Crawford, and we've actually been collecting subaquatic vegetation and core samples around the Pasquotank River, which is about 30 minutes away from the county that I just showed you, Perquimans. But we've been doing that in Pasquotank County, and we've been collecting rupia seeds. It's like a subaquatic grass, and been looking at wild celery, trying to germinate those and model the effects of what climate change could do to these species of subaquatic vegetation. And in the spring of 2013, I will be working with another one of my professors doing DNA sequencing and biodiversity. When we collect the samples that we've been collecting for our subaquatic vegetation, we're also going to run that through some DNA sequencing to try to find biodiversity and see what's down there. My goals, I want to get my bachelor's degree in 2014. If I don't get it in 2014, that's fine, because I'm not really in a rush. Maybe get a master's by 2017. You know, that's also kind of, that's got some kind of variability to it. And I want to one day become a doctor, and like I said, do something with conservation, something like dealing with the coast. Not really policy. I just mainly want to help the environment out, save the earth, you know, that type of thing. So, any questions?
I don't know.